morning, Callie. Good morning, Barney.
Hi, I'm Allie, and I have been a volunteer at the Academy of Sciences for about 2 years this June. Every Monday morning, I'll start my shift at 7:30 a.m. and I'll prep food for the birds in the holding area and the rainforest. So here, the holding area is where we keep some of the baby birds, some of the birds that are in quarantine, and birds that are going to be heading out to other facilities. Our macaws, Callie and Barney, they sleep here at night.
I'm a student at San Francisco State, and I want to do zoology, so I thought this is the perfect way to, get my foot in the door. And I'm especially interested in working with like birds or primates, which they're very different, but both of them are very cool to me.
Then I do some food prep of fruit and softbill.
I'm very surprised that Callie and Barney aren't screaming. Sometimes I'll put on like bird sounds for them on YouTube. They also like to listen to Bluey, apparently. You know, the cartoon.
Next, I head up to the rainforest.
Good morning. The penguins and the birds in the rainforest are like the only birds that I can like be a little bit more up close with. So I gotta check that everyone's here. Hi. Like roll call. So are you Scarlet or Skittles? Usually I'm waiting a while because the female Euphonia is the most shy. She always comes out after everyone else has gotten their share.
I'll put out some fresh water, some fresh food, and I'll hang up lettuce as enrichment for them to peck at.
I'm gonna go change out the butterfly plate. Now I gotta collect all the dirty dishes from yesterday. After that, I'm gonna go prep penguin food. I'll ask the biologist how much capelin they want me to pull for the day. The amount of herring pretty much stays the same, but sometimes they're hungry than other times. And right now, apparently they're pretty hungry, so I pulled about 30 for the morning and the afternoon. This is Robin's special medication. The older ones get glucosamine.
This helps relieve their joint pain. Next, I'll go back to holding and I'll clean up for a little bit before I head up to feed the penguins. Next, I bring up the fish up to Eric, and then we will begin the penguin feeding.
I'm just gonna record how many fish he gives each of them.
I'll record how many fish each different penguin eats.
Good job, Kianda. I'm surprised Iggy's not eating more. Brendel Capelin.
Iggy is so mischievous. He is notorious for stealing fish straight out of the bucket.
Finally, Pete. Finn ate 9. Brendel had 8.
And so the penguin feeding, anybody can gather in the African Hall at 10:30 or 4 p.m. And they just get to have a little Q&A session with the biologist and ask as many questions as they want. After the penguin show, we need to go and feed the penguins who are in TQA, which is kind of like a quarantine room. Sometimes we'll put birds who are injured, or if we are trying to get two of the pairs to mate.
Leave them in the fridge in there, or do you want me to put them in the bucket for afternoon?
I love starting my mornings and my weeks here. I have to head to class after this, but I'm happy to check in with all the birds and see everyone looking good.
I'm Catherine, and I've been a volunteer at Cal Academy 12 years, and I'm currently working in the botany department.
I'm a former science teacher.
And now that I'm retired, I volunteer in the collections, helping to process these specimens for digitization into the database. That way, scientists and others from all around the world can access them for their own research.
This is the volunteer sign-in. So we sign into the building, but we also sign in, and it automatically logs our time. I think they have 50 volunteers in this department. This department's huge. If I'm going to start my shift, the first thing I'm going to do is just collect supplies. So we've got large archival packets. So I'll need an archival pen, a set of forceps, some small packets, and some medium packets. So I get a few of each of these. And then I need a glue bottle. We need to kind of keep the work surface, we kind of like to try to keep it clean so glue doesn't get on the table. So I'm going to set the packets on this, and that's our supply list. And then I would go to the cupboard, and so I would just pick one of the packets. So this is ready to go, and just a set of specimens that I would decide to work on today. And then I would take it over to my bench and begin processing. When we receive our specimens, they've already been identified and they have been sterilized and ready to go. So what I'm doing is putting them in an archival packet that is acid-free paper so that they will last longer.
I have to create that packet by hand from that paper.
And there you go, origami envelope.
Once the envelopes are made, it's time to process the samples.
So I'm going to transfer the specimen into here along with the field note. And then this is now ready for the final step, which will be to take this label and glue it on the official packet. So in one shift of work, which is about 3 hours, I will take our packets from this stage into the final stage, and I'll get about 75 or so done in one shift. So this is the end of the day, and then it just goes over here on the shelf, on the cart, and now it's going to be ready for digitization. It's nice to get a batch done and you feel like you're doing something that's useful.
I'm going to get my steps in.
Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm a volunteer docent here at the California Academy of Sciences.
And tonight I am working the Nightlife shift.
When I first get here, I head up to the break room. We'll go through our pre-shift meeting, and then it's time to get our specimens together and down to the floor.
My partner Christy started volunteering here first. She talked about how fun it was. I joined as soon as COVID restrictions lifted.
Hey, how's it going? We've got out our polar bear pelt tonight. It's our biggest specimen that we have. It attracts a lot of attention, and it's not available year-round. I like to jump at the opportunity to take out something really unique, and I think it's a lot of fun. Nightlife attracts a lot of interesting people. So some people will be a bit more animated after a drink or two and when they're with a group of friends, especially if they're talking about science, and so that's very exciting to see. I'm a scientist in my day job, so I work in a very different type of science outside the natural sciences. And I don't get to communicate a lot with the public about what I do. So coming here is a really great opportunity to talk about why I think science, scientific method, and studying the world is very cool. It came from Alaska initially. So this specimen has been preserved at least since the 1960s. So the actual mouth and teeth are not real. So if you look at them, they're gonna have like some artificialness to them. Back of your hand, please. Just helps preserve it a little bit longer. So they get up to about 9 feet in height if they're standing on their hind legs. We're expecting or hoping for softer.
A little more rust than I expected.
Yeah, they're really coarse. They have thick, transparent, and also hollow hairs. So each hair kind of acts like a greenhouse. So it's one adaptation it has to stay warm. We do have a very dedicated care staff that does clean this on a regular basis. So that's gonna help preserve it for a while. Often people, when they ask if we're volunteers, will also ask like, how do I sign up? Or can I do this? Or do you need a scientific background? And we'll tell them like, oh no, anybody can do this. We gain all the facts and knowledge about the specimens we're presenting. So it's a really good program to learn.